If I had to guess, I'd say they're tweeting, Instagramming, and whatever other social media stuff that young teens are into these days. Number 3 Rawlins versus number 1 Cody. This game being played in Buffalo. First quarter, Rawlins wearing the red. Jalen Krenning is coming in the back door to get this party started. It was a party. That would put his team on the board first, leading 2-0. Cody would pull off a similar play, and it produced the same results. Sam Alshouse with the assist to Braden Flesner, and the defense was a split second too late. It makes the score 5-2 in favor of his squad. The Bronx were hitting on all cylinders in the early goings. Here's Jackson Bauer with a pull-up jumper, and he will hit from 10 feet away. That would make this a 7-2 contest, and we were just getting started. The defending state champs were getting the shots to go and had a little luck on this one. Alshouse scored 13. There's the whistle, and maybe, yes, he will get the drop. 11-2 was the score, and the pendulum was swinging big in one direction. The only thing they have not done so far is hit a long ball, but we knew it was going to happen sooner or later. Blake Hinsey elects for sooner. Cody is in command, up 16-3, and they have not yet broken a sweat. And they were still going. Cameron Orem is going to weave his way around one defender and score himself. That would cap off an 18-1 run to put the Bronx up big. They lead 18-3 at this point. The Outlaws would regroup and start getting it together. Jace Allard is going to get the finish on the right side for 2 of many points for the junior, but they are still being doubled up on the scoreboard, down 18-9. This was the sort of run that got them back into this game. Allard is doing his share plus extra with this 3. A 15-point deficit has been cut to 6. His boys were down 18-12 after the first 8 minutes. Second quarter, 2 players made a huge difference in this game. Allard was one, Krenning was the other, and the senior did it with style and won. I'll tell you his numbers later. The 3-point play got them to within striking distance, trailing 21-17. Cody's offense needed to get back on track. Cameron Myers will do something about it and get rewarded for his efforts. That would slow down the bleeding and put his team ahead 26-21. Coach Olenek must have lit a fire under his guys because they responded. Hinsey's going to light the fuse and kaboom! 19 points for the junior, and that would open up some breathing room. It's now 29-21. Defense time. Rawlins was trying to mount a comeback, but Bauer says you can take that comeback and go sit in the stands. There was plenty of open seating. On the other end, the Bronx had to deal with some defensive pressure themselves. Hinsey is blocked, but he gets his own rebound and scores quickly off of it. The lead is back into double digits. 37-24 was the score going into the locker room. Third quarter, the Outlaws went to their big guns, and they would produce. It would start with Allard. In the air, swish for 3. There's more work to be done, down 37-27. Cody would try to counter. Flesner had a double-digit game with 10 points himself. They needed whatever they could get, up 41-29. The Bronx were in their stride for a little bit longer. Alshouse gets through for 2 more points. That would stall a comeback bid briefly. Now the scoreboard reads 45-38. The opposition, though, was chipping away at the deficit. It looks like Krenning is going to make the play, but he wanted to get John Marr in on the scoring act. He'll get the drop for 2, and Rawlins is getting closer, trailing 47-41. They found their opportunities and took them. Look how wide open the lane was on this play, and Allard would run right through and score easily. He will take a play like that any day. It's a 3-point contest at 47-44. There was still some time to get one more bucket in. Krenning feeds Marr again, who will beat the buzzer. And folks, we have ourselves a brand new game. Rawlins would only trail 47-46 going into the final 8 minutes. Fourth quarter, more defense, this time on the part of the Outlaws. Colton Wall is the wall. You're not getting through him. Now if only the offense can capitalize. They would. Brett Penman is in the corner and making it rain threes. That was huge because the lead has changed hands. Rawlins now goes ahead 51-50. Let's not forget the main weapons. Krenning, he's taking matters into his own hands on this play. 27 points, and he was not the only one. Now it's 53-50 with his team ahead. And let's not forget about the coach's son as well. Allard with 27 of his own, and there's 3 of them. The Outlaws were starting to make off like bandits, now up 56-51. The leaders were taking control. Here's Krenning again. No one wanted to get in his way. That makes it easy for him to score. The lead is up to 6 at 58-52. Cody still had some time, but needed to get back in the saddle now. Allshouse did his job. He would help get the score closer, trailing 58-54. But the game would reach that critical point of free throws. Rawlins would make what they needed to make, and it was enough to get the job done. They get a big win early in the season, 70-63.